Well, hello everyone. In this tutorial, I will show you. How to build your first AI agent using no code, a tool called N8N, which makes it very easy to build AI agents just by dragging and dropping some nodes. And in the process, we will build an AI expenses tracker that is really useful, and I use an extended version of it on a daily basis. I think this is very exciting. AI agents is a very cool and emerging technology, and we wish to make it very accessible to everyone to use and build AI agent. So, what is an AI agent, right? Think of an AI agent like a brain. It plans, orchestrates, and executes whatever you tell it to. So there will be some sort of instructions that you can give to the AI agents in order to teach it how and what do you want to do. It relies on the same AI model, or like the same technology, the same foundational technology of things like ChatGPT, which you may be using on a daily basis. So how this is gonna work is that in order for this brain to plan and execute, it needs some sort of an input or a trigger, something to listen to in order to react. So it all starts with our input. Think of our input as like the ears of the brain or the AI agent. It receives some sort of information or a trigger, and it does something with this input. Give it to the brain, and the brain then deals with it in a way or another. And then we have the output. The output is like the mouth of the AI agent. It's a way that we give the AI agent the capability to output things to us, or maybe display something on the screen, send us a message, or etc. So think really abstractly here. In order for this AI agent to be useful and not just to be like ChatGPT, where you just give it an input and give you like a text output, it needs some sort of an access to power-ups or things to make it level up. These things, we call it agent tools, and agent tools are really powerful because it makes you integrate, or lets you integrate the AI agent with other services like Google Sheets, for example. When you give the AI agent access to your Google Sheets, it will be able to read things from this sheet, maybe update it, append a row to your Google Sheet, delete a row. So like it gives your AI agent really superpowers, and it makes it really useful and give you like million or trillion possibility of applications that you can build. So let me show you what we will be building. I've built this N8N bot on Telegram that you can easily talk to. Treat it as ChatGPT, but with the ability to record your income and expenses. So it's basically an AI expenses tracker for you to easily manage your expenses. The problem with our current like expense trackers is that you have to like manually add like your records in this form, and it becomes tedious with time. So this automation or this AI agent is actually useful, and I use it on a daily basis, but this is just for demo. As you can see, it supports like text. I just like said in natural language, in English, I said I spent $5 on coffee, and it inferred that I had like $5 on coffee and today, since I didn't give it like a specific date. It also supports giving it like a photo of your receipt, and when you give it the photo of your receipt, it reads it and sees it and extract the information. So here I ate a super supreme pizza for 16.45, and it successfully recorded that. And in this audio recording, which is the third feature that we have, I said that I spent 3 on juice, so it basically recorded all this on our Google Sheet, as you can see here. We have coffee, we have pizza, we have the juice, and the prices are all set, and the category is also set, and the type is set to expense. This is all it takes to build the AI agent that I just showed you. If you think it's complicated, it's not, but we will start by building like a very simple version of it first that only supports text, and then we will add the image, and then we will add the voice, or like in another order. But yeah, we will take it slowly. We'll take step by step, and I'll show you how to build it. So the first thing you need to do is to head to n8n.io and you click on this orange Get Started button, and then you fill up this form. Once you fill up this form, N8N Cloud will give you a 14 days trial, which you can like generously use. But I will be showing you in a later video how to get around this and do something called self-hosting, which is basically taking the code of N8N and host it on your own server, which was way cheaper, nearly free. But like this is not our topic for now. Of course, I already have an account, so I'll be signing in, and like I will see you in the dashboard. So once you are in the dashboard, you'll be faced with something like this, where you have your workflows, your credentials, and your executions. So just like ignore all that and go to the credentials tab. Here in the credentials tab, we add the keys to the other external services that we will be using in order to make our AI agent work. So first thing we need to do is add first credential. And since we are building a Telegram bot, we search for a Telegram API credential. And it will open up this dialog and ask us for an access token. How do we get this access token? We go to Telegram itself, and then we search for something called the bot father. And once you have this bot father, all you need to do is just write / and then new bot, and it tells you like, yeah, how are you going to call it? And let's say N8N maybe tutorial. I think this is a very good name, but it has to be unique, so I will like make up a name for it. So yeah, let's choose a username for bot. I will use the same one, but it has to end with bot. So yeah, we successfully created our own bot. All we have to do is to take this access token and paste it into N8N, and we save. What N8N will do is that it will try to test and make sure that the bot actually exists, and it will save the credentials for us. So now, since it's already saved, we go here and we see, oh no, nope, okay. It has our Telegram account, or like Telegram bot set up already. The second service that we will be relying on is OpenAI. OpenAI gives the power of the underlying AI models of ChatGPT for developers and people like us who build automations and AI agents. It gives us the power of these AI models in order to do extremely useful things and play with it as much as we want through their API. So I'll be showing you now how to obtain the API key and add it to N8N. So in order to obtain your OpenAI API key, you go to auth.openai.com/login, or just .com, and you press enter. It will redirect you to this login page where you can just continue with Google or create your account if you don't have one. We are already in the docs. All we need to do is go to the dashboard, and then we go to the API key here on the down left, and then on the center here it tells you like, yeah, let's go and create a new secret key, which we want. Let's call it anything. I will call it N8N, and I will set it to the default project with no restrictions, so it has all permissions. If you are building a production type of thing, you don't want this. You probably need some restricted permissions, but like let's leave it all for now. Let's create the secret key, and we copy it, and then we head to credentials, the N8N tab that we set up the Telegram in. We press here on this arrow and click create credential, and then we go to OpenAI, and it asks us for an API key and organization ID, which is optional. I will not be filling organization ID. Let's just paste what we have here, the API key which we copied when we created the API key. Let's save. It will try to test it, and it's successful. So now we already have it. So yeah, we already have the Telegram account and OpenAI account. The only thing that is missing is connecting to your Google account, so it can have access to your Google Sheets, which we will be storing the expenses or like the transactions in. How are we gonna connect Google Sheets? It's easy. We create another credential, and we say Google Sheets, we will pick the first one, the Google Sheets OAuth 2 API. Don't click this one, the other one. When you are here on the Google Sheets account dialog, you just say, and voila, we are already connected, as you can see. So this is all what we need to do in order to set up the AI agent we want. Now let's head to building. So on the same page that we set up the credentials, we press here on the create workflow button. Now this is where all the magic happens. This is where we're gonna build our AI agent. So the first step we said is input. If you remember from our diagram before, we need the ears for the AI agent and before we build the brain itself. So let's click on the add first tab here, and then let me move my head and we will say let's search for Telegram and on message. So this is a Telegram trigger, and a Telegram trigger is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a trigger that gets triggered when you send a message on Telegram. So it says here credentials to account, the Telegram account which we already set up, and trigger on message. Let's just we can actually try it. Let's see here, execute step. It's already here. It tells you that we are listening for an event. How we gonna test this is we were gonna head to Telegram. We're gonna press this link for our new bot, and we'll say start. And as you can see here, we already successfully send this test execute step with all this data that we have. It's interesting because you will have like a lot of fields and a lot of data that you can actually use from the start. Don't get so intimidated with all this. It will become clear when we connect it to other nodes. But as you can see, it tells us like, there is an ID, just ignore it, and there is a message. If you open up this message, it has things like from, chat, date, text, and they are exactly what they sound like. The text is the text that we sent, which is /start, which is this like start command, the basic one on Telegram. And it has the date. It's in a weird format, just ignore it for now. And we have the chat. And the chat, it gives you like some information about the chat we are having. This chat ID is basically our chat ID, the chatbot ID that we created. And this is the first name and last name of the user, which is using the bot now. So that's it for the input. All we have to do now is back to Canvas, and now we have this very cute little Telegram trigger. We need to connect it to a brain, and to do this we will be clicking this plus button and say an AI agent. Oops, I can't spell AI agent. So here's the AI agent. It already detected that this is our input, which is the Telegram trigger, which is awesome. We want that. And it will just like, what is the prompt? Just leave it as it is for now. It's all like already set up. All we have to do is like basically just press execute step, and it tells you a chat model subnode must be connected and enabled. What is this telling us? What is this telling us is, if we go to this diagram again, as you can see, there is this OpenAI logo here. This OpenAI logo here is basically like tells you that every AI agent needs some sort of an AI model in order to operate, and we need to connect this model to this agent. Gladfully, we already connected OpenAI through the credentials, so all we have to do now is go out and press this plus under this chat model connector here, and we just say OpenAI chat model. Here in this interface, it says like what credential are we connecting to, and we already successfully did that, and we just choose the model. The models we have bunch of models that OpenAI gives us, but I will leave it to GPT-4o mini, which is the default. And now if we press again, click again on the AI agent node and press execute step, and let's see, yep, there is no prompt specified. This no prompt specified, it asks us to like have some sort of a prompt for the AI in order to successfully do that. and it successfully like work. Let's see how we gonna do this. Here, if you press this in the option section, we have this add option button. If you click on it, you have this system message option, and it gives us like a basic system prompt. What a system prompt is just like the instructions that you give to your AI agent in order to understand what is this AI agent doing and what is the purpose of it, and maybe give it some restrictions, give it some instructions on how to handle specific cases, and etc. That's why it's called a system message. A prompt is the message that we get from the user that on Telegram, which is like, as you can see, it's json.chat input here. So yeah, that's it. In order to listen and to successfully connect the input that we had, the Telegram on message trigger, to this AI agent block, in order to successfully connect them together, we have to redefine this prompt, whatever it is. So in order to redefine it, it says like, what is the source of prompt, which is the issue that we already have. We just say define below. And in here, this define below, it says like, what is the prompt of the user? What is like, where is the user input? And you can easily go to the left menu that you have here and drag this text or into the prompt field. And as you can see, it's in green colors. That means like, yes, successfully done that. If you now execute the step, it should give us successful, and the output is hello, how can I assist you today? As you can see, this output is coming from the LLM or our AI agent now, instead of just like giving us the input again, or giving us like some sort of predefined output. So we successfully created some sort of a ChatGPT, but it only lacks one part, which is this output part, or the mouth of the AI agent. In order to build this is actually very easy. All we have to do is go back to the workflow again and click on this plus button, search for Telegram, and we need to send a text message. After clicking on send a text message, let's see what we have here. The credentials are set to Telegram, the resource is a message, which what we want to send. There are other options, but we will play around with message now. And the operation is sending a message. And the chat ID. How the hell do we get this chat ID? We saw it before. Where? In this Telegram trigger. If you go to chat and then ID, you can easily drag and drop the chat ID into this field. You don't need to understand anything about this weird syntax for now. We are building a very basic automation, so like, just don't worry about it. And the text of the message, we need to dynamically have it from the AI agent. Like, remember the AI agent output that we had here on the right side? We need to connect it to the send a text message node. So how do we do this? Again, you go to the text here. No, not the text. Oops. Yeah, the AI agent and the output of the AI agent, and you just drag and drop. So as you can see, the hello, how can I assist you today? It's just like a preview for how it's gonna be like. And we just say execute step. And voila. Now if we go here, as you can see, our AI agent replied to us. Hello, how can I assist you? This message was sent automatically by N8N. If you don't want this attribution message, you can just go here to add fields, append N8N attribution, and just turn this off. If we execute the step again, hello, how can I assist you today, without this attribution message. So in order to test the whole workflow, now we have built our ChatGPT of some sort. We can just click the active switch right here, and now our AI agent is currently working. Let's ask it anything. How tall is the pyramids, or are the pyramids? Pyramids. And if we send this message, it will go to the AI agent, use the OpenAI chat model in order to get a response, and then give it back to this Telegram send a text message node that will give us the response here in the chat. the height of the pyramids vary depending on, and it keeps yapping about the pyramids, which I like because I'm Egyptian. So that's all we have. That's all we need to do to build like a basic AI agent. We will extend this to give it the ability to connect to our Google Sheets and track our expenses by sending it a message for our line items, or like what have we spent today. We will then level it up by having the ability to send a voice message to it, and even maybe have a picture of the receipt, and it will record it automatically. So now let's connect Google Sheets to our AI agent in order to make it capable of editing and adding rows to this Google Sheet. We will go to this tool connector in our AI agent, and we press the plus button, and then we search for sheet. So we have this Google Sheet tools with what we want. Let's just click on it, and the tool description set automatically. Resources, sheet within documents. Operation. The operation we want is append a row, and here you can choose what document in your Google Sheets account that you want, and what sheet. So you will have to go to Google Sheets, new spreadsheet, and call it whatever you want. I will call it N8N expenses or something like that. Okay, and then when you have it, you will go back again to your workflow and search for the document. Pick the document that we just created, and then go to Sheets, choose the default sheet one sheet, and then you have the mapping column. There is no column found in Google Sheets. If you retry, still again there is no columns. What you will have to do is going to your sheet and start adding the columns you want. So the date, and I will say the item and the amount. I think this is enough for our demonstration. You can add as many columns as you want, whatever data type you want, and then we will return to the workflow, and then we press retry, and voila, it retrieved our column that we just created. And what you have to do is, we want this date, item, amount to be filled by our AI agent. How can we do this? Is very easy. You just click on the let the model define the parameters for the three of them, and then I think this is all we need. All we have to do is go out of this and see what warning do we have. Yeah, okay, we need to like run it again. In order to run it again, let's see what we can do. Before we do that, we need to set the system prompt and let it understand what it does and what columns do we want to fill. So like this is how we manage the instructions of our AI agent. So you are a helpful assistant. Yeah, your job is to help people track their expenses. Okay, we will just like do expenses for now. You can easily create incomes if you want, just like the same concept. You just edit this prompt. You have, let's explain the Google Sheet that it will use. You have three columns: date. Let's create like some sort of an example, so it can infer the format of the date we want. Let's say 225, maybe 7 and 30, something like that. So it has the date, and it has what else? The item and the amount. Item, maybe breakfast. Let's e.g. Okay, and it has the amount. Let's say we are doing in USD, right? E.g. Maybe like 30.00 USD. I think that's enough for what we need. Let's save this or go out and try it now in Telegram. Let's hop onto Telegram and say I spent 30, or not 30, let's choose a new number, 50 USD on food on, let's add the date because there's no way that our AI agent knows what day it is now. We will fix this now, but let's say on 15 July 2025. What it will do now is it will create a new execution. It looks like you mentioned spending. Is there any specific you'd like to do? You would like to record the expense? Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do is to write like a better prompt, because it's trying to ask us and prompt us to give it more information. So what we can do is go here, infer as much info as you can, plus don't ask follow-up questions. Okay, infer. Okay. Also, what we want to do is we need to give the AI the date of today so it can manage the relative dates. So when I tell it yesterday, it can understand that it's actually yesterday and knows what date is today and what date is yesterday, what date is tomorrow, and etc. For relative dates, you need to know that today's date is, and we want to turn on this expression mode. This expression mode lets us like add some sort of code to it, which you will get to know it by practice. All we need to do is just add 2 curly braces like this, and you just say $today, and this will insert here the date of today. So I think that's it. If we just go out and we say I spent, yeah, that's it. Thank you for sharing. You spent $50. Is there any specific? Yes, I think that's it. If we go here, we don't have it. Why do we not have it? Yup, I got what the issue. In the prompt, we didn't specify that we want the AI agent to use the Google Sheets tool. So what I added is to track their expenses in their Google Sheets. And I told it explicitly to use the Google Sheets tool. And then I sent another message telling it I spent 50 USD on food 15th of July 2025, and it successfully inserted it into our Google Sheets. Exciting, right? Let's try it again. I spent I don't know, maybe 3 USD on coffee today. You can like experiment with the prompt, change things, make it behave the way that you want. I disabled the workflow, I believe, so I have to like press execute. Whenever you're doing it, you need to like execute the workflow or make it active. Both will work. So I have recorded $3. If we go here, yep, we have it. Successfully created it. So now we have like a basic finance our expenses tracker agent. In another video, we will make it able to accept voice input and also take photos of receipts and infer the data on it and insert it into our Google Sheet also. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.